Hi, beautiful souls. I'm so happy you're here today. Let me ask you a question, and I want you to really feel it in your heart as you answer. Have you ever felt that the more available you are to a man, the less he seems to value you? It hurts, doesn't it? You give your time, your presence, your heart, and yet somehow, instead of drawing him closer, it feels like he drifts away. Today, we're going to talk about something I call the art of absence. And before you think, oh, is this just another game to play? No, my love, it's not. This is not about games. This is about psychology, energy, and self-respect. Stay with me until the very end of this video because I'll share with you a story of one of the most famous women in history who used this art with such grace that she became unforgettable. And by the end, you'll see how this same principle can completely shift the way he sees you. Carl Jung, one of the greatest thinkers of psychology, once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." What does that mean for love? It means if you don't recognize your patterns, like always being available, always saying yes, always putting him first, you may end up believing that being overlooked or taken for granted is just your fate. But it's not fate. It's a pattern, and patterns can be changed. Let's talk about human behavior for a moment. Psychologists discovered something called the scarcity principle. Simply put, people value what is rare more than what is abundant. Think about it. When something is limited edition, we want it more. When there's only one seat left on a flight, we rush to book it. The less available something is, the more precious it feels. Now, apply that to relationships. If you're always available, answering his texts instantly, never saying no, rearranging your schedule to fit his, you remove the sense of rarity. Your presence feels like something he can always have, anytime. And what happens when something feels too abundant? We unconsciously lower its value. Research even shows that men are more likely to pursue and commit to women who have clear boundaries and independence. When you respect your own time and energy, he learns to respect it too. And I know, sweetheart, this is not easy. Because when we love deeply, our natural instinct is to give more, to be there, to show loyalty. It feels almost wrong to hold back, right? But here's the truth. Love, like fire, needs oxygen. If you smother it by always being there, it burns out. But when you allow space, the flame grows stronger. So I want to gently remind you, you are not withdrawing because you don't care. You are stepping back because you do care about yourself, about your worth, about the health of the relationship. Now let's bring in that story I promised you. Let's talk about Cleopatra. Cleopatra, the last active ruler of ancient Egypt, is remembered not just for her beauty, but for her presence. and even more importantly, for her absence. She didn't run after Julius Caesar or Mark Antony, two of the most powerful men of her time. She wasn't always available at their every call. Instead, she would withdraw, create space, and then reappear with such grace, mystery, and confidence that her presence felt like a treasure. She mastered the rhythm of absence and return. And because of that, she wasn't just a partner. She was unforgettable. Now, of course, we're not queens of Egypt, but the principle is the same. When you practice the art of absence, you remind him that your presence is a gift, not a guarantee. So, how do you do this in your life? Let me share 3 gentle but powerful steps with you. First step, create pauses. If he texts you, you don't always have to reply instantly. Take a breath. Respond when you truly have the space. This tiny shift teaches him that your time is valuable. Second step, prioritize your world. Fill your days with what lights you up. Your friends, your passions, your career, your hobbies. When your life is full, he sees that being with you is a privilege, not an obligation. Third step, boundaries with love. Say no when you need to. If he asks for something and it doesn't align with your needs, it's okay to lovingly decline. Boundaries aren't walls. They're doors, and you decide when and how to open them. A man respects a woman who respects herself. And please hear me on this. This is not about manipulation. It's about balance. It's about giving the relationship air to breathe. When you step back, one of 2 things will happen. Either he'll rise, realize your value, and move closer, or he won't. And as painful as that may feel, it's actually a gift, because it shows you the truth, that he was never truly invested. Either way, you win, because you deserve a love that chooses you, not a love that takes you for granted. So I want you to imagine this. What if tomorrow you decided not to answer his call immediately? What if you decided to keep your plans with friends instead of canceling for him? What if you chose to step back just a little and let him feel your absence? How would he respond? Would he lean in? Would he realize your value? The answer might surprise you, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share in the comments below. Have you ever stepped back in a relationship? What happened when you did? My dear, remember this. Your presence is precious. When you stop being overly available, you don't lose love. You give love the chance to grow stronger. If today's message touched your heart, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our community, and share this with a woman who might need it. And most importantly, I want to hear your voice in the comments. Tell me your story, because your experience may be the encouragement another woman needs. Thank you for spending this time with me today. You are worthy, you are radiant, you are loved, and I'll see you in the next video.